And we are live. I was told to be quiet, so we were waiting. But then I'm told we're live, so I'm going to stop being quiet and say hello, everybody. Welcome back again. It's Tuesday, and we are here to do some Shadowrun. We've got 4 of our 5 players here tonight. Sarah, unfortunately, cannot make it this evening. She had a quick medical thing come up. She's going to be fine. We'll see her again next week. So with that, just want to say thank you real quick to our tech, who is Tom. He is behind the scenes, making sure everything runs as smoothly as possible, and always interjecting little useful tidbits like we are live or look out, Craig's recording us now. Don't say anything incriminating, which is really important in Shadowrun. So joining us tonight, Gertrude, played by Jen. We've got Akaida, played by Duryea. Flea will be played by me today. And then we've got Etienne, who is played by Thomas. And finally, we've got Satchel, played by Chris. And with that, Chris, why don't you give us a recap of what's going on, where we're at, how we came to be here?
So we met up with Dr. Tate previously on our adventures, and he was looking for a place to set up a clinic. And so he sent us to this amusement park, if you will, to hopefully try to find some kind of, deed or lack thereof to prove that no one owned this place. For that, we had a pretty wholesome yet awkward family-esque brunch at Gertrude's house, and we had talked to Betty before that, and she had asked us to find any tridios that we could find in this park. And upon getting to this park, we ended up jumping through a skylight, and we were set upon by dudes with bows and arrows and axes and lots of anger. And so that's where we are right now. Am I missing anything?
That's where you are right now. So everybody jumped down. Well, starting with Satchel and Flea. Jumped down, and then arrows just kind of whistled through the air, not gunshots. And one of them hit Flea, and so she has kind of taken to a kind of a tactical maneuver to sort herself and figure out the situation so that she can come back in and make with the I was going to say murder, but likely it won't be murder so much as it will be knocking people down and making them stop. Yes, retribution, if you will. Meanwhile, this guy dressed up just like Neil the Orc Barbarian, a longtime favorite Trid series in the world of Shadowrun. Think Conan the Barbarian, but they're like on part 18, and it just never stops. Has run out of this old hut and just screaming with his axe and tried to cut Satchel in half. Tried to do to Satchel what Satchel did to that poor guy at the airport. He's okay though, and Satchel's also okay. Meanwhile, Gertrude, Kaida, Etienne, and a Spirit of Air Force 6 with 4 remaining services are still on deck on the rooftop. And in initiative order, we're just going to jump right into it. It is Satchel's turn.
So after this guy comes from our throat with the axe, Satchel kind of it's like, oh fuck, and kind of ducks out of the way and turns on his adrenaline pump and kind of cracks someone with his cane.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So heat is on, so the adrenaline is flowing. Let's make sure that is on, so it represents in all of your dice rolls with our handy dandy character sheet with all of the bells and whistles done by Emerald Grid. Support them on Patreon if you want to use their stuff. They do stuff for Shadowrun and other folks too. Let's see. And body 2, agility 2, reaction 2, willpower 2. All right, everything is on.
Cool game. And then so just go to arms, and then crack him with the melee weapon.
Now, you can crack him with the melee weapon.
Mhm.
That is probably still going to be physical damage. If you want to not do physical damage in melee, generally you're going to be relying on your fisties.
On my fisties. Uh,
That's right.
yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and crack it with the cane, and just hope he
All right.
is as swole as he thinks he is.
All right. So Kane, you say, let's go ahead and there you go. Yeah. So just in your arms, you can go directly to Kane since it's not your primary weapon for melee. All right. So attempting to attack, you go ahead and roll with 3 successes on your accuracy 4. So we get to keep all of those successes. Now, of course, Neil, having overshot with the axe and is a little off balance, sees you counter striking with the cane, and so he just lets the momentum of his axe drag him forward so that he can avoid this attack. And barely does so. You can actually like the cane kind of actually like just kind of skims down his back, like brushing against the cloth of his tunic, and just missed. Uh, Anything else that you're doing? That was a complex action, by the way. I'm giving you your adrenaline boost from the last turn, kind of when everything went down.
Uh-huh.
So you don't have any actions left unless you want to move around. You can try to do that.
Uh, no, I'm not gonna try to go anywhere. I'm reluctant to give my back to the enemy, and so just gonna kind of try to urge people to hurry up on the shimmying down the cables because it's looking pretty hairy down here.
So you look up at the skylight and use your free action to yell to them.
Yeah. Help! Help!
All right, Gertrude. The cry for help.
So I will try and rappel down to the best of my ability.
Okay.
And I have no experience with climbing or gymnastics.
So because this is a rappel thing, the way it's set up, you can either go with body -1 with the free fall, or you can go with strength -1 for gymnastics, climbing down the rope.
I'll go for strength -1 because it's better.
Okay, so Gertrude doesn't even bother hooking the rig up. She just hops down and hand under. It's not hand over hand, so it's hand under hand down the rope. Go ahead and give us that roll.
Did I just put the -1 in the modifier?
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you.
Alternately, in your skills, there's the default roll, so you could just change it to strength and physical, and then roll your default roll. Either way.
See that now.
So, however, with 4 hits, easy enough. Normally, that's distance traveled, but climbing up. So I'm going to say that would give you plenty to get down. So you do get to the floor and let go of the rope, and you get a chance to kind of look around, and you see some movement in the trees. You see this guy. It's apparently Neil the Orc Barbarian fighting with Satchel. Maybe after you win the fight, you can get his autograph. And yeah, so you don't see Flea, and there's a couple of guys up on like big box tower things that are sort of hollow inside. Next up, okay. Oops, that is not a number. All right, so next up is Etienne. No, not Etienne. Someone goes just in front of Etienne. It is going to be This guy, where is he? Aha. He does not have a clear line of sight, so he jumps up on this rigging and kind of does a sort of. I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed this week, Valhalla. So he gets on like a little zip line with his bow, and he just zips across to the ground, but way over here. And he does a little combat roll and gets his bearings, but he's done. Etienne, what
Well,
would you
it's
like?
in. Zen's gonna look down. Doesn't have a very good point of view to shoot at anybody with his silenced pistols, so he's going tap there. Then he's going down the rope as well as he can.
All right. So free fall is body -1 or gymnastics if you have it, which is going to be strength based.
No. It's gonna be Buddy. Yay!
Okay, so you try to cinch yourself into the device, into the rigging, and lower yourself. And when you kind of pull the rope back so that you can lower, it actually doesn't go at all. And so you actually are spending the rest of this turn kind of figuring out like where you know how you rigged it wrong. So you're still up there at the top.
Nice swearing and trying to get that undone, but that's about it, apparently.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me a willpower plus firewall.
Okay.
As this is a uh-oh. We'll see how that works out. While you're doing that, this guy over here sees a nice new target. And so he's going to go ahead and try to put an arrow in it. So this is headed towards Gertrude. She's aware of it, so she can defend. All right, so 4 hits on that for Gertrude to defend.
All right, and that's when I click the shield. I think
Yep,
this is the first
that's the
time I've been
shield.
hit. Okay.
Well, you haven't been hit yet.
Well,
Technically, I guess that is getting hit as the arrow kind of glances off of your shoulder pad there for 0's damages. Next up, this fella in the tree. He sees Etienne trying to come down and cursing at the rigging, so he's going to actually try to shoot up at you. However, you've got some cover, so that's going to give him a little bit of a negative there when he shoots at you. You are aware, so you can kind of like try to duck out of the way.
Wiggle my way out of the way.
Yeah, you know. All right, so 3 hits. Oh, yeah, easy. You just kind of kick to the side and the arrow clatters off uselessly.
Nice.
All right, so this guy is going to shoot an arrow at Satchel. So go ahead and give us that defense roll for yourself, which is the shield. All right, so that one actually sticks kind of in between the bottom of your jacket and the top of your pants. It's going to be 7 damage, but you get to roll a soak -1.
And that is
So that's going to be your primary armor. Go ahead and just click that, and then it should give you an option to do a modifier to it. All right. Yep, that's correct. Yeah, so with 22 dice to roll for soak, easily done. That it actually doesn't. It kind of just catches on the bottom of your jacket. You feel the impact, but no pain. It has not penetrated your armor at all. Okay.
motherfucker.
Yeah, those guys, not very nice. And then this guy, hello, numbers, enter, whatever. All right, so this guy is also shooting at Gertrude. So this time, Gertrude, you're going to have to use the modifier of -1 because this is the second time you've been attacked since you've acted.
Rude.
Yeah, bunch of jerks. He's like in a tree stand. Again, just kind of deflecting off the back of your jacket there. No harm, no foul, as some folks say. Kaida.
It's my turn.
It is your turn.
I was so far down the turn list. I was like, I just guess I'll be over here and I'll just wait. I didn't know if it was going to come today or next time. That's awesome. Okay, so I have questions. I had a strategy, but I want to make sure it works. So first, what does psychokinesis do?
Psychokinesis is telekinesis.
That's what I thought. Okay, great. So do I use a turn if I tell my dragon to do something?
Yes, that is an action to command your spirit.
But then once I command him, he'll be in the role too, right?
Yes, until he's completed the task. So it depends on how you word the task, right?
Now, here's my thing. I want to say something because I get what you're saying. I want to make sure that he does this task multiple times.
So if you're specifying a power, each time he has to use the power, it's a service. If you don't specify a power, then he will do it until, or they will do it until complete.
Okay. So Kaida turns to his faithful dragon and says, "Yon spirit, go forth and is there a word for destroy that doesn't mean kill? Since we can't kill people.
Incapacitate, knock out.
But that doesn't have the same effect. You know, I want him to be like with it, just up to the point of, that's what I'll say. Destroy these enemies up to the point of death.
Up to the point of actual destruction.
Yes. Destroy them, diet. Diet, destroy my enemies.
Destruction light.
Yes.
All the flavors,
All right.
zero, none of the deaths.
Yes, yes. And that is, so we're just going to copy paste what Satchel said into what Kaida says to his dragon.
Happily, your dragon is smarter and more intuitive than you, so it gets what you want. It understands.
Right. Awesome.
All right, so yeah, we're going to have that. I believe this is our guy right here. So it's going to swing in and manifest kind of over to the side because it doesn't want to give itself away too quickly. But yeah, there it goes. And then I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative for it. Boom. And it is already gone. So that means it will do that now. All right. So we are at the top of the round, starting with Neil. Neil just kind of spins with that axe and tries to get a backswing on you. Now, because you already tried to maneuver away from an attack since the last time you acted, Satchel, this is going to be it's going to mean a -1 to your defense for having already defended, and then it's another 2 due to the reach of his weapon. So when you do your defense, it's going to be -3 total. So here it comes. Oh, that's beefy.
How beefy? Let me look at the supply roll.
So look at your reaction and your intuition. That is your baseline for how many dice you're going to roll for your defense.
Hey, I'm gonna force the GM to re-roll.
Whoa. It's like the voice of God came out of nowhere and told you to do that. All right, so here it comes. We have used up your re-roll. Thank you, chat.
No.
What?
All right, so in the spirit of the re-roll, we'll take the first roll because that's the point, right? So we'll say that you can't get better than what you originally rolled.
Alrighty. Let's see. I have a nurse, right? I'm definitely gonna pop a nurse.
You got to use that. But, oh yeah, you haven't rolled yet. Okay, go
Never
ahead.
rolled yet. That's why
Yep,
I wanted
that's a
to
+3. So that
Alright.
evens you out.
That evens me out, and then so just clicking the button then.
Clicking the button, hitting OK. Ooh,
Getting wrecked anyway.
getting wrecked anyway. So that's 4 net hits. So 4 net hits, and that's to the 11 base damage. So that's going to be 15 physical damage. If you look at, yes, you can also roll edge if you want.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, right?
I think it's an okay idea.
You can either do that, or you can you can use your edge also on soak rolls, which is not too bad, but it's rough. Both cases, it's rough.
Yeah, I'll trust in my armor a little bit. All right, and then so now I'm
So
rolling
-4
this
to your armor roll. So when you click on the armor, you're going to hit your jacket, and then you're going to type in a -4.
4.
That's right.
Edge that.
Ooh. All right. So +4, 1, 2, 3. It's going to give 3 rolls. So you soak 8 of 15. That means that 7 get through, which is big ouch.
I'm gonna need a few of those band-aids.
Right. Okay, so that was Neil. Let's see, what is Flea doing back here? She's mostly okay. Flea is going to apply, if she has them. I'm sure she does. A stim patch. So that is 1 stim patch used, reducing her stun to nothing. And she's gonna prepare herself for the next action. That brings us to Satchel.
I am going to so freeing my blade from my cane is a action in and of itself, right?
It's a simple action, and then you cannot attack with it because attacking is a complex action. So you either get 2 simple or 1 complex.
Okay. So then yeah, let's the hits keep on rolling. It's gonna try to bludgeon him again.
Okay. All right, that is not bad. but it could be better. This guy. Poof. Yeah, he just easily steps out of the way as you try to swing, blood kind of flying off your arms as it's just running down at this point. All right, so the spirit has manifested, so it's there. It's taking a look around, assessing the situation, and decides to go ahead and make use of one of its abilities.
All right. Who's about to almost die?
All right, so,
Let's see.
that is no bueno. It didn't do really good on that roll. Let's find out what the counter to that roll is. As Neil, yep, nothing happens that
Really?
particular time.
Oh my
Sometimes.
God. Whatever. The game's rigged.
Game's rigged.
It's
Roll
rigged.
20. Roll 20.
It's
Gertrude.
rigged.
What do these trees look like now that I'm on the ground looking at them?
They look like big, fluffy, jungly trees. There's like vines that are like kind of growing up the side of them, growing. And there's some vines hanging off of them too. It looks more sort of jungly, swampy kind of setup here.
Okay, do they look like, we determined that they weren't actual living trees, right?
That is the theory. It's the working
Okay.
theory right now. Yeah.
So what I would like to do is I would like to try and pull the tree down that's closest to me. And look at Neil and say, "You always say to crush your enemies," and then try to pull the tree down.
Okay. Let me think about that for a second.
And if not, I can
Yeah,
just
all
hit
right.
him with the sword.
All right. What I'm going to have you do is just make like an unarmed attack at the tree, and just imagine you're like running at it and like just kind of slamming into it and then trying to tackle the tree. So I can get you some of those hits in there, because trees do not defend themselves. So you can go ahead and make an unarmed combat attack roll. Which tree are you running into?
The one that is closest to me, so this one right here,
All right. Yeah.
that may or may not have somebody in it.
Okay. So yeah, you charge that tree. I'll put you there. And making that unarmed combat check.
And that's the unarmed strike, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Really? That's very sad.
That is sad.
But I do have an edge generously sent from chat that I would like to use to re-roll my failures, if I may.
All right. That sounds good to me. That's all 6 dice. That was 1 pip away from a
Critical glitch.
yeah, critical glitch. It was like a 3, a 2, a 2, and 3 1s. But now you have 2 successes. So that's better than 0 successes, and a lot better than a critical glitch. So what you're going to do is let's go ahead and take your give me what is your strength?
My strength is an 8.
Is an 8. And then roll your body, and on the second stat put none. So I'm just making this up, folks. I don't know. You tackle a tree. How much damage do you do? So that's going to be 11 is the amount of damage you're going to do to this tree. So given 11, what is the tree's defense? It's going to be its armor rating and its structure. It doesn't have a lot of structure and has 0 armor. So I'm going to roll some dice here. It's not tiny. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, so it soaks 3 of that 11, which means you're doing 8 damage, and I'd set the structure to 8, so it has 8 condition monitor points, I guess. So 8 matches 8. You actually just crack it in the middle, and it starts to slowly tilt and fall down. And the guy in it is gonna
He's sad.
going to have to try not to fall out. That's what I say. With his gymnastics skill that he doesn't have. Poor guy. But he manages it somehow. 3 hits out of his not a lot of dice. Okay, so that was Gertrude. You've knocked that tree down. That guy, oh, he's also within arm's reach of you now because he's not up in a tree. So that is a tree. You know,
So
you
we
can
got
either
somebody in the
go
party
up
that
to
can-
them or you can have them come to you, right? That's
I like to be efficient.
yeah, that is a truth. Check something real quick. Okay. Kaida,
It's my turn.
it is.
I thought there were 2 people that had to go before me. Okay. So.
Oh, you know what? Actually, it's not your turn. I'm sorry. Because I didn't take your initiative away last time. So you had a 7 and I didn't subtract 10. So really, I just teased you there. You don't get to go again. It is Etienne's
The
turn.
game is rigged. The game is rigged. I'm just saying. But just be clear. Let's be clear, because now I feel petty. There's two comments that I've been holding in this whole time. One, I'm still on the roof, right?
Yes.
Okay. And 2, I never dropped the invisibility on Satchel.
Okay.
So he's invisible.
Yeah.
How's the guy hit him with an axe if he's invisible?
So invisible is not like a ghost. So if something like hits you, it still hits you. You're asking how does he see him, right?
Yes,
because he looks like he sees him just fine.
right.
So would you like to roll on your magical knowledge skills?
Me?
Yeah, just so we could see. I mean, I could tell you, but this is fun.
Backfire.
This is fun.
It backfired.
So you got magical theory. You've got magical theory is a skill that you have. So why don't you go ahead and roll that?
Where do I go?
Okay. It's on your skills on the knowledge skills. I've already moved you to that.
Okay,
space.
I see that. Okay,
All
boom.
right.
Just roll.
Yeah, just roll. Okay, so you got 2 hits, and this is a pretty easy problem actually. So when someone's invisible, first of all, there's a chance that someone can break through the invisibility, right? Like they just their will and their knowledge of like kind of what to look for, they just see through it. The other one is of course invisibility only is invisible on the material. So in the astral, they're actually still visible, plainly visible. Their aura is visible, and the magic of the invisibility spell is also visible. So actually in the astral space, invisibility is like the opposite. They're like more visible. So so either this guy broke through that invisibility or he can somehow see the aura on the astral plane.
Which guy is that?
Neil, the main guy with the big old axe.
Where is he on the him right there?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the one.
Gotcha.
So
gotcha. All right. Now if someone let someone else go, then we can see what happens. But
you will see that next turn. Now it's
all right,
Etienne's turn. He's fiddling with the thing that be able to go down, and he hears Satchel just scream, and he sees like blood coming out of invisibility. A lot of it is like, oh, he's just gonna pick his pistol and try and shoot at this big guy with the axe from his position.
Okay. I'd say you're locked into place. You feel pretty confident that it's not going to slip and buckle and fall. So yeah, let's make that happen.
All right. Coleman Hunter.
Okay.
It's right there. Let's go for a 3-round burst. So -1 to him, I believe.
Yep, it'll actually be a -2.
Oh yeah, it's one.
So
It's the number of bullet -1.
Right.
It's not great. Wait a second. Oh no, the edge is to blow something up, and I have yet to do that. So no, I'll that's what I got. I'm gonna hope. Oh. Go ahead.
So that means that I have a -1 for the next turn on him. So let me go ahead and annotate that he has got. He is shocked.
So yeah,
And
does he take damage or just the effect?
just the effect. So that's going to reduce his initiative as well by 5. So yeah, it barely got him, but it did get him. So that was Etienne. And then let's go ahead and say that these gangers are going to all attack. So let me get defense rolls from Satchel, from Gertrude, and from Etienne. Satchel, Gertrude, Etienne in that order. Satchel's 2 versus 2. Okay, so did not hit Satchel. That one's gonna actually hit Gertrude. Yikes. We'll see if it does damage. And then finally for Etienne, one's hitting Etienne as well. All right, so your soak, -1 to your soak. So that is just click on your main armor where it says armor jacket or what have you. And for Gertrude, it looks like that's going to be 11 physical that she's trying to get past, and 8 for Etienne. All right, for Gertrude, are you letting that stand? Are you taking an edge or anything to mitigate more of that? Because that will be 7 physical.
Yeah, I would like to use my last edge from generously donated by the chat to re-roll those, if I may.
Okay, so that means you get. Wait. Before we do anything else,
Dun, dun, dun.
let's find out why that didn't work properly.
Oh no.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's go see what's going on with armor. Aha! There was not a rating entered into your armor. So it should be that. Oops. Why did that hit a submit? Cancel. It's not what I want to do. All right, there we go. 2 and a product modifier. Yeah, that's why. That's why. Got it. Fixed. Roll 12 dice before you use that edge.
Do you want me to re-roll from the armor jacket or just roll 12 dice?
Just hit the dice and roll the 12. All right, so that's 8 total, so you're only going to take 3 physical.
Okay.
All right. That's a little more. That's a little better. All right, so 3 physical. Boop, boop. And Etienne, you added the damage that you took?
Yep.
Okie doke. Is your pistol integrated into your network?
Yeah.
Then I would like you to go ahead and give me a firewall plus willpower roll.
Huh. I'm gonna use a nerd for that, just to.
I would say that that's probably a pretty good idea.
No, actually, enough screwing around with my Matrix stuff. Let's go for a smackdown. I want to know. I want to stop that and know that someone is. So yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm interested in that. All right.
So depending on what
So
they're
I'm gonna
doing,
roll.
it may help, or it's going to help me not to have my gun blow up. But depending on what they attack me with, I may gain information on the person doing the attack.
Right. Okay. You actually don't even register anything. So Etienne has no idea that anything happened because
No.
it did not penetrate his firewall. And when something doesn't penetrate your firewall, it's
could have been, yeah. Could have been.
If they were hacking, if it was a sleaze action, then
Yeah.
you would have got the mark.
Yeah, that's that was my objective. But you know.
Yep, sometimes that's the way it goes. All right, so now that it's Flea's turn again, she's got her very special. See, she's got a chloroform. That's not what she's going to use right now. Let's see, she and her agility. All right. She uses the rest of her movement to come up to Neil, and she's going to attempt to kick him in the back of the leg. And given that she has edge, does she have any bennies? Edge bennies? Because she's got edge and force a reroll. So she's going to probably do a post edge on that. Here goes. Ready and action. That's 5 out of 16 dice. Yeah, she'll go ahead and use that point of edge. I think that makes sense. To roll the 11 dice that did not hit. Here comes 11 more. 2. So that's 7 hits. So he is going to try to not get hit by those. That's what you do. 7, forcing a reroll. There you go, much better. 4. Right now, because Satchel got hurt, it's probably better that Satchel not get hit as often. That's what we're going to go with. So 4 direct to agility. So a couple weeks ago we did this, and we talked about what was going on with this, whether armor penetrated or not. So the actual answer is no, the armor doesn't penetrate, but the actual damage that goes through is just the net hits. So you don't actually get to add the net hits to your actual strength, which brings it all back into making sense. So so he kind of takes that. He kind of buckles under on one of his legs as he kind of turns to face Flea. And that was that turn. Gertrude, you're up. That guy's right there. He's not up anymore.
He's right
He's just
there.
there. Yeah, he's just right there.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get him to take a nap. One less friend to worry about. So I am going to. I guess I'll try an unarmed strike with him.
Sure.
Oh, I might have added that modifier unnecessarily. I did. I didn't realize it was going to account for the wounds.
Yes, it will. It will account for your wounds automatically. So that should give you 1 additional die if you want to roll that additional die.
Yeah.
There you go. Or 2 is twice as good as 1. Unfortunately, he manages to kind of pat your arms away. I'm sorry, Duryea. Your dragon is trying. It is.
Our dice are hot
The game
today.
is rigged. That's all I have to
Game
say.
is rigged.
Because that other dragon had just rah rah. This one's just like, man.
Satchel. You're up.
Satchel is going to try to he's going to try to not die, and he's going to just go ahead and try to get to some 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner action going with Flea over here. As she's like going low, he's gonna go high and try to crack him with his cane again.
All right. So swinging high with the cane.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and edge that.
Okay.
Can I?
Yeah. Go ahead. You said it as I was pushing the button, so you're good. So you get to re-roll what? 8 dice looks like. No, 7. 6 dice.
So just hit the dice and then 6.
Unfortunately, not quite enough because 4 was your target at that point. As he steps back and away.
It's like, yeah, can you go ahead and hit him in the balls or something, Flea?
He says, "I'm trying." As he turns and attempts to hit her with his axe. Dun, 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 dun. I think that is well within her reach to not get hit. Let's find out. Ooh. Back to Benny's. What does she got? Does she have any auto hits? She does not have an auto hit. She just has post edge. She does not want to get hit by that, so she is going to post edge that so that she does not get hit. Because she really doesn't want that axe action.
Axes don't play.
Yeah, axes. All right, so that's going to be defense minus the 3 hits that she got. All right, so she manages to skip back out of the way just to the edge of his reach. And that ends the first 3 seconds of combat. Everybody go ahead and let's get some initiative rolls. Right. And this one. And then your Spirit of Air.
Hopefully he gets something good.
What'd you roll, Kaida?
A 13.
13?
Yeah.
You go before me.
Does he?
What'd you roll? I don't
11.
think I do.
Wow.
Oh, you're the 11. I see that. Somebody rolled a 12. Was that my dragon who rolled a 12?
No, your dragon got better than a 12.
Okay, so he got 13.
We also need Flea.
26.
Oh,
Okie dokie. Let me reorder that real quick so that we know who's at the top. Surprise, surprise, it's Neil. He is pretty coming back at it with this axe. 6. He is not worried about Satchel because Satchel apparently can't hit him for shit. So Flea's just like made her presence known. Oh, wow. That is not good. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay, Gertrude gets an extra edge. Sarah's going to force a reroll on that, I think. Yeah. There's probably a way to reduce that. So she's forcing the reroll. Go back to Neil. He thought he hit her really good, but then, yeah, it was still the 6.
He hit her really good.
He hit her really good. So Lee has now to soak. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not enough, but it's not bad. How much is left? 7. Okay, so there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she only takes 4 off of that after using her actual edge to not get hit. So, or to not take the damage. So she is still up, and it's her turn.
Just a second there. I know we're not supposed to finagle with the chat too much, but someone pointed out that the accuracy on this axe is 5. So that made cap down is.
Thank you, somebody. So -1 to that damage. Yep. Very good. That's a lot better than 6 total damage. 5 total damage is better.
I mean, I would have taken 1 less damage.
You would have taken 2 less damage. Reduced. Very good. Awesome. So Flea is going to attempt to get him again. If she
The
can
balls.
just get this hit in and knock him down. That's all she needs is to knock him down. Oops. Using her nerps to get as much as she can out of this roll. 4, that's okay.
Nurse him in the nards.
We'll see.
Nerfs him in the nerfs.
Oh, jeez. He throws his hand in front of his nards and she punches his knuckles instead. That is unfortunate. Duryea, how many smack downs do you have? How many smack downs do you have?
I think I have 2 or 1. I don't have 3. I have 2. Why?
You have 2. Would you like to give one to your spirit here? Would you like to give one to your spirit?
I don't think my spirit needs one yet because I have a plan. I have a strategy. What were you gonna do? Tell me in the chat. Tell me in private, and then I'll if I like it.
Your spirit's about to do it right now. So
he's gonna try to do it, and so I know what you want to do. And if
he's gonna try to do it,
if it backfires, then okay. This will let me know if the game is rigged, though. So if it doesn't work, it's rigged. I'm just saying. You want me to use my smackdown? That's what this is all about. It's a conspiracy. Did it work?
I mean, your spirit got 10 hits on that roll.
Okay. That's way more hits than they got the first time.
Yeah, you think? Out of 12 dice, that was 10 hits, by the way.
See, no smackdown needed.
No smackdown needed, because this actually ended up being better than your smackdown.
Only reason that it happened this way is because you wanted to prove that there's not a conspiracy.
Only reason is because you were like, this was rigged, and then the game was like, I'm not rigged, I'll show you. As your dragon
That's what it is.
flies out from the house and actually rears up behind Flea and just makes itself look as fearsome as possible. The trees are like kind of blowing around in the wind and stuff. What happens is uncertain at this point. You're not sure what that did just yet, but you got to sense
I think
something.
Yes, and I think I know what it did. And it did that to the weird guy, right? Neil.
Yeah, it's doing it to Neil. It's whatever it's doing.
Okay. That's good.
Etienne, let's get that willpower firewall again.
I
Okay.
didn't want to do it. I was about
I'm
to.
gonna use a. You know what? I'm just gonna roll it and maybe edge it if necessary.
Okay.
Let me just check something that I might have forgotten in the past.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's got him.
And I will edge that. And I want my things broken.
All right, Gertrude, while he's edging that, what's up? You got like 4 smackdowns in there?
I do. So I think that I'll go ahead and use a smackdown now for Fallen Tree Guy.
All right.
Yeah.
'Tis the way it goes sometimes, because it's rigged.
Apparently.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Let's see here. So that's going to be 4 net hits. Your strength is something like 8.
It is an 8.
So that's going to be 12.
So what I'd like to do is take one of the vines that is now sort of lying on the ground, and in a very epic Saturday morning cartoon style, just sort of trap him with the vine to knock him off his feet. I'm trying to pull him out of the fight, basically.
Okay. So you're just kind of like, you just taking like the vines and you're kind of throwing them over and just tripping them up and, getting them to fall kind of into the branches and be out of the fight. So I'm going to go ahead and say that is 4 net hits to his. How does he want to try to climb out? Do that real quick. Okay. You do that, and he kind of falls between the branches, conks his head on one of the branches, and he's kind of like smushed in there in an awkward position, and also unconscious. So that, in your professional opinion, he will be fine. He'll probably be a little achy from where like he's kind of twisted and he's like in a weird position later, but he will be fine.
Nothing some ice packs can't handle.
Yeah.
Thank you, chat, for the smackdown.
All right. So that was Gertrude. Etienne.
All right. Etienne got shot last turn, and there's like two persons and a dragon on the big guy. So he figured that's okay for now. So he's gonna fire back at the person shooting bows and arrows at him.
Okay. So yeah, that guy, he's kind of in a tree. He's got a little bit of concealment, so that's just gonna be a -1 unless you've got thermographic vision. If you're rocking the thermographic vision, well then no negatives.
And I'm gonna take a simple action to aim and a simple to shoot. just once because I want to deal with my recoil from last turn.
Okay. Are you using a free action then to change the firing mode?
Yeah.
And also, by aiming, you clear the recoil.
Yeah,
so if
that's
you
the
aim, you
idea.
can still do the burst, the
Oh,
3-round burst without recoil because you've cleared the recoil with aiming. So
oh,
then
okay.
you're clear again.
I thought I don't even the 3-round burst was complex. So if it's a simple, I'm just gonna aim and shoot then.
Right.
Aim
So
and
it's
3-round.
let me double check. What weapon are you using? Does it have? Is it SA or does it have burst fire?
SA, I think. Let me make sure.
Oh, if it's only SA, then no, that's your AK. No, that's your other AK. Colt Manhunter.
It seems to have.
Yeah,
full...
it's just SA. It just has SA.
Okay.
So yeah, so no, never mind. You're pulling the trigger. It's not a mode. So yeah, you're just gonna fire one bullet.
Okay.
All right. This guy.
Well, I'll take it. I don't have much of a choice for now.
This guy's gonna try not to get hit by your bullet.
And you know what? I'm gonna force him to re-roll because I can. Yes!
Wow.
It's like the one time.
Okay, so
Worse.
7 stun
see.
minus 5 AP.
minus 5 to his armor. Let's make sure that rolled right. Well,
I hope it did.
7 stun total is how much damage he is taking because he did not soak any of that. And additionally, he is at minus 5 to his initiative and an additional minus 1 to all of his rolls. Good times.
Yeah.
Think that moves him to the right place? Yes. He now will be last. Good. All right. Well, that's that. Kaida, what would you like to do on your turn?
2 rickshaw. So Dragon's doing that, so I'm not gonna do what I was gonna do. There's 2 dudes, right? That are these 2 dudes that I can see on the map. Have they done anything yet?
I mean, all of them have bows. The one behind the tree.
All of them have bows and arrows.
That guy's kind of hard to see. The one that's on this corner over here, he's easy to see. You got like clear line of him. And if you move around, you can see this other guy.
Because I'm on the roof, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking
so you
down.
can see the 2 guys on the sides if you kind of maneuver around.
Okay, I want to clout this guy right here. This one.
Which one?
Or the one.
Click and hold.
I'm clicking it.
Click and hold.
Click and hold. There it is.
But
I think I either want to clout him or ball of lightning him, whichever one's going to do the most damage.
Ball of lightning is going to be death, so you probably just want to clout.
So why do I even have that spell? I guess I'll clout him then.
All right.
Is Flea passed out? Would she remember this if I?
No, Flea is not passed out. She's down. She's fine.
Okay. My bad. Okay.
Flea passed out.
I thought she got shot when we first got here. Right. Like, could we just not? We could just like keep that a secret, right? Okay. Because Kaida's down with that. So let's clout that guy. Can I do like a energy ball, like where it's just like a little sizzle, just not a death?
You're using magic to punch this guy in the face from like 30 yards away. I mean,
Kaida has this thing about flexing. So, all right, I'll clout him. So I need to roll clout.
There's nothing that says that you can't like have some sort of effect in it. It doesn't have to be invisible. Like if you want to be like a blue line that goes pew and hits him in the face, that's fine.
Oh, okay. So I can characterize the clout however I want to.
Yeah, there's nothing in the thing that says like it's an invisible force or whatever, right? It just says
Okay. Okay, so
stun them with
Kaida's
magic.
clout is this purplish yellow gleam that like swells. Oh, I have to roll first, right? To make sure I actually do the spell. So
By the way, Chad, I know it says
Right.
invisible psychokinetic force, but just let him have it.
it does say that. I'm reading it now. Ugh.
But no, we'll give
The
no,
game
it's
is
fine.
rigged.
It's color. It just
No, the
means
game's rigged. It's rigged.
no.
It's
It
rigged.
just means that they can see where it comes from. That's all.
Okay. No. I liked it better that they can't. So it's invisible.
Okay, it's invisible.
Yeah. Okay.
Consequences.
So my fourth, yeah. So they don't know what this guy just flies back. I like that anyway. It's funny to me in my head. What's my force need to be? What was that first time I cast
So
it? 'Cause that
force,
did what I needed
force.
it to do.
All right, force. On this spell, so there's two kinds of spells that you can cast that do damage, right? There's direct and indirect. Direct means that
Don't
magic
you miss waking up
actually
on a
hurts
Saturday
them.
morning, eating
The
a bowl of
magic does
unhealthy
it,
cereal?
right? Indirect means the magic creates a thing that hurts them, right? So it's the difference between like just microwaving someone's insides or making a big ball of fire and then burning them with a ball of fire. So clout is indirect.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's actually creating a thing that you're then hitting him with, right? So it's indirect. So when you use
Clout
an
is more
indirect
like
spell,
throwing fire at him.
yeah, it's like fire, except it's not fire, it's invisible psychokinetic force. So
Gotcha.
so the force determines your base damage, so how much damage it does if it hits at the base, and armor pen. So if they're like wearing a whole bunch of armor, you can amp up the force and just go right through the armor.
Okay.
So that's what the force does. So you kind of want,
And what does
if you
it
want
do
to
to
like
my
knock this
drain?
guy out, the drain's not that bad because clout is it's like a -3, I think, to the force. So if you do a force 8, then it will be 5 drain.
That's what I'm
pretty
gonna do. I'm gonna do do I need to do a force 8 to knock this guy out?
If you hit, you probably have a pretty decent chance of knocking him out, but it's not certain.
All right, I'm gonna do a force 8 on this dude who's in the corner chilling, thinking he's motherfucking low key. No, I see you, bruh. So let's do it. What happened?
Okay.
Damn it!
4 hits. He is going to, and you only take 1 point of drain, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's pretty good. He is trying to not get hit. Ooh, he is going to not get hit unless you can have me re-roll.
With what? What? I don't want you. No, just fuck it. I'll just.
All
I have
right.
something else that I'll do next time. I have a better
Okay.
idea. Didn't work.
Okay.
Back to the
All
drawing
right. So,
board.
it worked. I mean, he just kind of glanced and saw you at the last minute.
He
pointing
saw
at
the
him,
invisible
like,
fist coming
and
toward
jumped
him.
out of the way.
And jumped
No,
out
he
of the
didn't
way
see
of the invisible
He didn't see
fist.
the invisible fist. He saw you up in the skylight and then got out of the way. It's like how you dodge bullets. You don't actually dodge bullets. You dodge the guy's aim.
The game is rigged.
All right. That was Kaida's turn, y'all. Nothing happened.
Right. Once again,
Harsh.
bro. I feel like a certain person who can't accept defeat right now.
Okay, well that guy's mad because apparently you're a wizard casting spells at him, so he's gonna try and shoot you with his bow.
Oh, great. And I'm sure my spirit's not going to do anything about that.
Your spirit's
So somehow,
busy
listen,
elsewhere.
I have issues.
spirit's
So the whole
busy
reason I
elsewhere.
didn't do
Here
the
we go.
purple swirly thing was that I wouldn't be detected. And now somehow with my invisible punch, dude straight detected me and dodged the punch, and now is going to shoot at me.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your defense. It's the shield.
Yeah.
This is Lord. It's not coming up. I don't think that button works
The shield
for
button.
me. I don't see it anywhere.
It's on the top line. It's kind of gray.
Okay, I see it. Just click the shield.
Just click it and hit enter. No minuses.
Okay.
All right. So
Yes.
that is going to hit you.
Of course it hits me. He can
So
dodge
now
an invisible punch, but I can't dodge this arrow.
So now you're going to roll the armor. Just hit your armor jacket, but -1.
Armor jacket -1.
Yep.
I don't see that.
So the shield, that same line, to the left, it says
Okay.
armor jacket. It's a big button.
So I'm going to skills.
Nope. Literally, like, there's a shield, and then if you look left, there's a number, and then if you look left, there's the word armor jacket.
Yes, got you.
Yeah.
-1. Got you.
That's pretty good. It hits you, and it just kind of like just sticks in the arm of your armor, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't do damage. You felt it. Felt a little impact. But you are A-okay. All right. Next up.
I feel like I should just start trying to kill these people because otherwise I'm not going to do any damage. Because that guy tried to kill, I that worked out for us.
Let's see. This guy pops down. He's going to kind of try to run this way. Next up. Movement on the ground. This guy, he is, all right, he did the thing, so that guy is going to try to shoot at the spirit because that is scary. That's not going to fly. Your spirit's like, no. The arrow actually goes straight towards your air dragon, and just gets caught up in the winds whirling around it and just kind of flies off into the side.
Okay. All right, dragon, show up.
Satchel.
It is time for battle.
Yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and like take his blade out of his cane because he's tired of whiffing with just
So you take your whole turn and just be like,
just like
look badass while doing it. Got it. That's good shit.
Oh my god!
All right.
There's an actual sword. Can I?
Oh yeah.
This guy, he's unconscious, so he doesn't do anything. And this guy that got shot earlier is going to try to pull out an arrow Etienne again. However, he does have some negatives, so that is a real thing that he's got going on. Let's do it. Oh yeah. You easily get out of the way of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So his wounds didn't actually count in there. So he actually didn't even get that many hits because his wounds didn't count in. So that's weird, but okay. Yeah, that is the end of our first pass. At the top of initiative is Neil again. And Neil sees the dragon rise up. And you would think at this time, someone like Neil, the orc barbarian, except you realize he's not actually an orc, but whatever, would step up to this challenge, this mighty beast rearing up out of the void to confront him. But instead, he drops his axe. He turns and he runs screaming. Ah! Full speed. Which, because his leg is kind of jacked up, is not as far as it normally would be. So that is the thing that happened. Flea is confused.
Where's he going? Where are you going?
And so she is going to just kind of maneuver this way. Do. 6, so that's done. Yeah, so she's going to run and intercept this guy. So that is running. That's not bad. Oof. All right. So yeah, she kind of just taps him right kind of like with a toe right kind of behind the knee, and he almost crumbles to the ground completely. But he's still moving. Your spirit is very pleased with itself. And it turns and looks up at you, Kaida. And then it sees the arrow sticking out of your coat. And it snaps its gaze to the other direction and just flies over and across.
Oh! I thought you were gonna say it throws its eyebrow up at me.
Ah, how would it do
That would have been appropriate. But I like what you did with him anyway. It's even better.
And it rears up again, and you see it kind of expand out, and then just because it's made of air, it's clear. You see like this greenish gas start to like build up in the center of it and spin around and around and around, and then it funnels up through the head and out over this individual. So
Feeling this.
All right, so this guy, unfortunately, is probably not going to do so good against that, but we'll see. As he takes in a big breath of this gas, he just suddenly just starts retching. His lunch just falls onto the ground. He just doubles over and just kind of curls up into a ball, unable to do anything else for a little while. Okay. Give me a firewall willpower check there, Etienne.
Someone's coming for all his toys.
Yeah, and they're gonna get it.
All right.
Oh no.
So that happens.
Etienne is too busy shooting at people and being shot at to really pay attention to what's happening on his deck. So he's number
Gertrude,
one.
what's up? What are you doing?
So I saw him run away, so I think I'm gonna try and topple another tree, or at least try to cut a branch out for this guy who's in the tree, because I'm not climbing.
Roll edge. Just an edge by itself.
Sure.
Edgelord Jen over here.
The opposite.
A 33% chance of something. Oh, there you go. That. I'm confused where that number comes from, but we'll keep it because the first roll was the 5. So actually, luckily, his stand is on a branch that is low enough that a troll could grab the branch itself without having to grab the entire tree. So, given that your agility is 4, you can move up to 16. And you don't even need to run.
It looks scarier that way.
Just
But the slow
walking.
walk,
Hockey mask on, machete.
Yeah, the Jason walk.
just reach up.
All right. So go ahead and give me that. We'll just take the attack roll. Just to make sure you grab the branch and don't like fall on your butt. Because that could happen.
The unarmed strike.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Success. 2, 8, 10. That is probably going to, unless I get 4 hits on this roll, you're going to pull that branch down. Yeah. Apparently all the time that they've been like walking across this branch has like stressed it over where it connects to the tree in the first place. And so you just bring that entire thing crashing down. He is going to fall enough that he will actually have to roll against the damage.
Let's get Gertrude some flannel.
That is the shadiest thing I've heard all day.
No, she's over here knocking trees down like a lumberjack.
Oh, lumberjack. Gotcha.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm just going to let that one go. Yeah, he hits the ground and he just grabs at his leg and is moaning in pain. As Etienne, it is your turn.
That was the guy I was shooting at, right?
Yeah, he's on the ground, clutching his leg.
All right. Do I have another target? This guy, right there in the corner.
Yeah, that's definitely a target.
That's getting shot then.
He's getting shot.
Not if he can help it. He's gonna try to.
I'm gonna shoot 3 bullets at him just in case.
Okay.
That's 2, so he's got a good chance not to. Can we use
I rolled
the
a 3.
second one?
Yeah,
gotta try.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
still pushed the button 2 times. All right, so that was you, Kaida.
Kaida Norel goes again. He thinks to himself, he's happy because everything he was about to do just happened. So then he looks at this guy in the corner and says, clout. No, fuck that. I'm gonna ball lightning this dude.
Whoa. Okay. So ball lightning. The force of your
Yes.
ball lightning is the size of it. Okay. And the base damage.
Okay.
So if
All
you
right.
make it too big, it will also get satchel.
This guy, if I make one that this guy, it's gonna get satchel.
It could if you make it too big. Look how many squares are between him and satchel.
50? Okay.
How many squares are between him and satchel?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if they're on different levels, is that 7?
We're just gonna say that 7 is the max.
7.
If you go to higher than 7, then it will
Technically, that's 8. There's 8 squares, but there's 7 in between
7.
them.
7 is as high as you go.
Okay.
7 in between. The 8th square would get him.
So technically, 7 would kind of be overkill anyway, because that would also take out like this entire area.
It
Right.
would lightning it. I mean, electricity. Some things don't take any damage from electricity, and some things get really jacked up, like people.
All right. It looks like this is a house. So Kaida says he does like this with his hands, and he forms the ball of lightning, and he brings it down, and he says, "Shoryuken!" And then it flies from his hands. And so I'm going to roll now.
So there's no roll.
excited.
There's no roll. Actually, no. There is a roll. There is a roll. So make the roll. I was thinking of something else. So make the roll.
Okay.
There's no
I thought you was gonna
defense
give me a
roll.
freebie.
Yeah, no, he gets no roll.
Oh,
You do get a freebie basically,
he
unless
gets
you
no
just
roll.
unless you just bolo this.
Misty. All right,
All
ball
right.
lightning. What strength should I use? I don't want to. I want to try. I want to say I didn't try to kill this guy, so I'm gonna use a 5 or a 6. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a 6.
6.
Oh
All right,
no! Oops!
6.
Oops! I did it wrong. I did it wrong. I did it wrong.
Okay. Now roll. Wow. So no drain. You take no damage. It just flies out. You got all the hits, so it hits where it wants. He cannot get out of the way. He tries to jump out of the way and he jumps down, but it's not enough. And it hits him.
It's not.
That's going to do 10 damage, minus 6 to his armor. So
It's a 4.
it's a 4, but plus your force 6 for 10 damage.
That's what
I don't understand.
That's
The
what
force
Ender
is your
expelled.
base damage. Yeah. The force is your base damage. So, because it's not a direct spell, you created lightning, and it's the lightning that's hurting him, right? So that means you add your force to the hits.
Oh, I thought that's how many damage. I thought that what the number that comes up is the how much damage I just did. Oh, that's dope.
It's okay.
I'm using that all the
Yeah,
time.
he's fine.
Oh, you only soaked 2 of the 10.
So he crumbles over. Just he is fried. Actually, he loses his turn and everything. He's probably
He's passed
fight.
out.
I mean,
But he's
he's
not
still
dead.
moaning. He's still moaning and making noise. He's not dead. He's not unconscious, but he's probably not trying to fight nobody anymore.
Great. That was the effect I wanted.
Yeah, that's about what you did. All right. We are close here. So this guy with he's going to try to punch Flea. I don't think he's going to do it. No. He kind of taps her on the shoulder a little bit. Which makes it this guy's turn. Oh, that guy doesn't have a turn. He's done. Satchel.
Alrighty. So if I remember correctly, Neil up and ran.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think the vibroblade was that scary.
Apparently. I mean, it was the way you drew it though, like overhead, like just
like,
Yeah, that was too much.
uh,
He was like, this guy can't hit me with a cane, but now he's got a sword.
and there's a dude over here to my right, correct?
To your right. So mostly no one out here is fighting anymore except the guy that flees in front of. That guy right there, nah, he just got hit with ball lightning that stopped at your feet.
Boom. Nice shot. Okay, I'll go ahead and help Flea out. I will just go ahead and hit him with the butt of my blade. Now that Neil's kind of gone, seems kind of anticlimactic to like actually just go ham on this new dude.
Okay. So you combat hobble over there.
Combat hobble. He got over there fast though.
Let's see. This poor guy. You clock him, and he kind of looks at you like, because you did no damage.
It's like, as I do it, I'm just kind of like, just give up. And
Flea looks at you like, really? And then she just pops him one more time. There is probably no way that this doesn't work, but we'll see. Yeah. She kind of follows up and hits him like right here, like just under the trachea, and he just kind of and flops to the ground, spasms a little bit, out of the fight completely. Dragon is running in here for some reason. Who knows what's going on in there? Nobody knows. And then give me a firewall plus willpower there, friend Etienne.
for Tien.
Friend Tien.
Friend Tien.
Yeah, you know what? Let's use nerf on that. That's still not enough.
All right. So with that, we are going to take our 10-minute break, and then we will come back on the other end and finish this up. Hey, we're back, and we just left off with something happening to Etienne.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, Etienne, as you're hanging there with your pistol pointed at one of the gangers, your comm code, your deck starts receiving a comm call from a very strange comm code. So it's not like blocked or unknown or anything. But it's definitely not readable in a way that makes sense to you. But you are receiving a call.
You just see he looks around for a second with his gun. He's like, okay, things seems to be calming down, and then he clicks it in the air. He's like, weirdo. Who's there?
Please stop. We didn't do anything to you.
You shot arrow at. Wait, who are? I assume you're part of these people. Okay,
Please
we're
stop.
who are you?
Can you make them stop? Like down on the ground, it is still kind of going on, like last minute people getting knocked out, and also as you're kind of asking that, you hear this roar and a couple of howls.
Okay, we're gonna stop if you make that stop. What's going on? Do we get a deal?
That's happening because of the thing that's in here with us. It's trying to kill us. That's
If possible, in the meantime, Etienne is gonna frantically send a text message to everyone saying like they wanna they're flying the white flag. They want out of there.
The black
Apparently,
flag.
not the
like
black, the white one.
I like that it's black though.
Me too.
So Kaida says a Black Lives Matter flag. What?
A
I don't know what
throwback.
that is, but
That's a throwback. I always got throwback knowledge.
it's always a throwback.
Always a throwback.
Everybody make a logic plus willpower roll.
Okay.
How it's supposed to be, but okay, we'll take it. Wow. All right. The howling intensifies, and Gertrude and Satchel on the ground, you find yourself struck with a great fear of whatever is over here in this direction, down near the bottom.
Do you have like a remote
So much,
start on Darcy? Oh, sorry.
so much so that the only actions you can take include moving away and moving away. The same is true for Kaida and Etienne, except they're up, right? So they're both able to just kind of jump up out of the way of the site and kind of just kind of huddle there, shaking uncontrollably with fear.
Wait. So me and Etienne are on the roof still?
Yeah.
And we just move away instinctively.
You just move away. You just move, yeah, like instinctively. Like there's this fear that wells up from the howling, and so you just kind of step away instinctively. Okay. And Etienne actually climbs back up, tries to unclip, and steps away so that you don't have view of this section of the room, as it were.
Okay. So then, are we still going in order, or can we do some stuff right now?
We're not. We're not super in order right now, unless someone decides they want to do something that's gonna kind of bring us into order.
Okay.
So like, if you decide to like do some attacking stuff, then we'll go back into order. But
no, I don't want to attack. I want to do a sensing. Can I do that?
You're not. Oh, you want to astrally project?
Yes.
Yes, you can astrally project.
No.
Yes, you can actually project.
Oh, you're on the roof though. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
like there's like a wolf or beast or some shit just busting in. Don't go lip noodle now. Like,
right. So I'm going to. So then Kaida, because he doesn't like being scared of nothing, because he's from the streets. You know what I'm saying? So first thing, he drops down and he goes straight to freaking sensing mode. Astral projects himself into the plane that is non-corporeal, and then he
is still spooked.
Goes to see what's going on.
He looks. Can I while I'm astraling, can I look into the hole, or do I have to like, I don't know how.
So what you can do is you can go straight down from where you're at. You can't get any closer to the source, right? But you can go straight down, and as you're looking through there, because you're able to kind of maneuver sideways.
So
you're looking
creepy.
in
My
there.
dog just started growling. That is so creepy. He's on the other side of this door and he just started growling. What are you doing in my house? Quit it.
Go ahead and give me a sensing check.
Okay. That was really creepy. I can't even tell you how creepy that was just now.
What do you see?
You dropped down and looked that way, girl.
All right. So you can see the aura of your dragon, first of all. Like, that's the biggest one. And it's in there. And it's just...
I can see the aura of what?
Of your dragon, right? Because your dragon's in here, okay? Your dragon, it is inside that room, okay? Because there's an actual room over here, which you didn't see when you were like scouting around before because you didn't go low enough, right? You're just seeing from the top. So there's an actual room over here. And you see the dragon, and obviously you're looking at the back of the dragon as it's up, probably obviously in the material plane as well. And you see two smaller forms kind of in front of it. And they're like holding their ground against it. And then behind those two, you see a third form, which is human shaped. So the two forms, they look like some sort of animals maybe. And then there's a human shape behind that is on the ground and is trying to get away.
So this human has magic.
No, not that you can tell. They're just trying to get away.
So that's just my own deductions, not anything you just... Okay. What are these two animals? Are I can't tell what they are.
You can tell that the animals have some sort of magic tied to them, but you can't really read much else besides that.
Do I sense a mage anywhere?
You
Another one?
You do not sense a mage.
Do I see any magic coming from anywhere else?
No.
Can I move to other places?
Yeah, you could go wherever you want, except closer to this
To the
room.
thing. Okay, can I move closer toward here?
You can.
I want to see like what's in this, if there's anything over there that I should be paying attention to, so I can make sure that we're not getting like cornered off by something.
You do not see anything else. What you see in this room is what you see in this room.
Okay. So then I'm gonna go back into my body.
Okay. You go back in your body and you can hear once again the barking and the howling and the. Meanwhile, Etienne, in your comms, you keep hearing, "It's gonna kill us! Make it stop!"
Guys, I'm in contact with the opposition. They want a ceasefire, and if we're stopping every offensive measures, the bad thing is gonna go away. I don't know what it is, but it's scared the crap out of me, man.
I'm really confused, Danny. I'm not sure if I'm so confused because I feel like the person is talking about my spirit is freaking her out, but then why are we scared? That's why I'm confused. And you're not going to tell me the answer to that. Okay.
Not just yet.
So,
And we're not. You got to figure it out.
I mean, I'm not going to tell if I don't know who's scaring me, I'm not about to tell my spirit to stop because I know my spirit ain't going to scare me because he's too smart for that.
So Flea calls up on the comms, kind of call off your damn spirit.
It's not my spirit. My spirit.
Yes. Well, no, it's not your spirit that's doing this to us, but it's their spirit that's making these things do that thing to us.
Well, then, since their spirits is making us scared, why don't I just tell my spirit to get rid of their spirits?
Because we don't want more confrontation. We made our point.
What was the point?
That we're not. I don't know. Sure yet. Okay. That they should let us proceed or whatever. We gotta discuss that with those who are still up.
Here's the thing.
They're as scared of these things as we are. That's my point. So whatever this is not
all
done.
right. So if I call my spirit off, that's wasting a freaking commandment, right? That's wasting.
No, it's just stopping the current.
Okay.
Command.
If I call my spirit off and then something happens and I have to call him back on, you owe me
you whatever the frag.
Okay. As long as you know, okay. As long as you know, I'm gonna need some money later on.
Satchel,
cool.
What's your point? You're mute on your comms. I can see you typing, but not.
I would just like to say
They're up there talking like in
yeah,
person.
We're the ones on the ground. We're the ones dealing with the shit. Just call your spirit off right now. If you need it, there will be plenty of time for you to call it back. Can you do me a solid?
So if I ask the spirit to come where I am, is that a task?
You're the magic man.
No,
you can figure that out. I just need it to not be here so we can live.
If you have it stop, it's just going to come back and wait by you for.
Okay, I just don't want him out in the open. All right, Yon Spirit. Although you saved our lives, some may not be so grateful to your service, but I'm grateful.
It's not me,
and I fucks with you. So
I
can you
too.
please? No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my Yon Spirit.
Please keep continuing. I'm just hype man.
Yon Spirit, can you please return to my side? The battle has been won.
You did well.
All right.
And then me and the spirit have a mental conversation about how people should be grateful when you save their lives. But nobody else can hear that but me and the spirit.
The spirit says that it doesn't know that they're not.
That's what the spirit says? Well, then I tell the spirit, Yon Spirit, because with spirits you have to say Yon Spirit first, otherwise they don't like that. So I say, Yon Spirit, I'm telling you they ungrateful. And they ungrateful asses next time they want me to ask for a spirit, I'm gonna make them ask twice.
It says, okay, well, if you say so, yes.
And then I give them a little air dap.
Flea enters into this section of the room and is doing something, talking, maybe. I don't know. Your spirit has left and is back in the plane. Attempts to calm the individual here. Shoot. That could have been better, but it is not a failure. After about 10 seconds, that feeling of fear dissipates, and you're able to kind of come back.
I'm gonna need about a couple dozen of those bandages from Darcy, Gertie.
Yeah, everybody's looking a little rough right now. Let's go see what Flea is up to. I don't want to leave her in that room by herself.
Okay. I mean, me not so much, but I'll follow you.
All right, so you guys walk in.
I think
And you see...
Oh, go ahead.
You see two dogs standing protectively in front of what appears to be a pregnant woman. What is Etienne trying to do?
He's going to try to come down again.
Right. It takes a little bit of time. I want you to roll just in case you somehow get some kind of crazy critical glitch or something, because then that's a good time. But otherwise, you don't actually need a success. You'll just take your time and come down. So, well done. What about Kaida?
Kaida's muted.
I don't know. He's
I
trying to
think
say
he's
something, but
Levitate.
Yes. And his,
all right.
his trench coat billows when he comes down, too.
Okay. So you float down to the ground, Doctor Strange style.
Yes.
And make your way over, and also see, just like the others, the two dogs. They're not actually dogs, but they're standing protectively in front of a pregnant woman who is kind of on the ground. You approach as Flea is talking to them, and trying to explain that you're not trying to kill anybody. Kaida,
are these dogs spirit? Oh, I'm sorry.
roll magical threats.
That's under my skills.
You're gonna
right?
roll. It's a knowledge skill. Yep.
Knowledge. There it is. That's why I couldn't find it. All right.
So these are hellhounds. They are not spirits.
Hellhounds?
Yeah, they're hellhounds. Now, hellhounds, they were kind of given this name, but that doesn't mean they're demons or anything. It just means that they're hounds, they're dogs or some sort of canine that was awakened, much like you were awakened and became a wizard. So animals also became awakened. Animals also became woke. And so there's all kinds of different animals, and you know about some of them and you don't know about others. You know a lot, however, about hellhounds.
So there you go.
So hellhounds are basically canines that are awakened, and they can breathe fire, and their howl can cause fear. So, but other than that, they're dogs, or wolf-like dogs.
So, do I also know how their breathing fire, how it would have affected my spirit?
Yeah, your spirit probably it would have been a wash, right? It's about an even fight. Your spirit against the two dogs, it's about an even fight.
Okay.
Because they're awakened, they don't have to deal with your spirit's armor, but your spirit can fly and move around and stuff. So
okay.
Yeah.
I guess my question.
So-
What about magic wise? Like, is their breathing fire one of those magic attacks, or is it more physical?
Yeah, it's a magical fire. So it's still physical, but it's going to bypass any magical armor defense that your spirit has.
Okay, perfect.
That's all. And they do appear to be guarding her. Why are you here? So someone not Flea is going to go ahead and be the voice of the group because
Why
here to play Flea.
Why do you have hellhounds guarding you, pregnant woman?
In case invaders come into my house and try to murder us.
Did you train them or did you train them yourselves?
Hold on a second. I believe you taught me this, right? My name is Satchel. This is Kaida.
Oh, wait a minute, Satchel. Nuh-uh, because we passed all that. They done shot at everybody in here just for walking through the door. So
that was when we were strangers. We were trying to become friends.
At this point, fine. Go ahead.
No, I'm with Satchel. And
I said fine.
Again.
Fine. Talk, Satchel. Talk.
This is not my thing, but this is who I am. Satchel, Kaida, Gertrude. She is so sweet. Just saying. And then Etienne, he's pretty cool.
And we talk.
Kaida comes through, but and then he just kind of
Kaida's salty right now, by the way. So Kaida kind of goes off to the side, just mumbles to himself with his arms crossed. He's a little salty.
Yes.
So, why are you here?
We're here to get some data that was lost and supposedly stored somewhere in here. That's all we came here for. The fact that you and your people were here and it evolved in the situation that we're in right now was not what we wanted.
We're just defending ourselves.
No, that's okay. So were we. We could have all did better on that front, communication wise, but it happens. Nobody, I think, was badly wounded. Looks over his shoulder, not too sure. He'd think he saw some lightning earlier, but he didn't. He wasn't looking when the guy was being fried, so he doesn't know that for sure.
Yeah, he'll live.
I mean, we were told that this place was empty. We were just trying to find proof that no one lived here. And as soon as we got down here, arrows were flying.
Well, there's proof that someone lives here, because here we are, living here.
That's true. There was also something else that we were looking for in those data, but.
And then kind of shouts over his shoulder, "This conversation is incredibly productive."
I can't help but notice your situation. Were you are you expecting like soon? I don't. we got a medic here and an ambulance and everything. Pregnant woman would need.
Glowing. She's glowing.
We're fine. There's a couple months yet.
Okay. So about that data, that's why we're here. If we can just plug in where they are, download what we need, and go, we would be out of your hair.
There's no things to download here. There's no systems. It's all just what you see.
I see. That's unfortunate. We were led to believe differently.
I mean, there's the basement, but you can't get in there.
Oh, probably what we're looking for then. What do you mean we can't get in there?
Well, it's at this point you hear, "Ah! Get away from her!" As you turn and see Neil with his axe that he's picked up from the floor over there, just charging in your direction.
See? I told y'all it was. I mean, see, man? And then kind of just start wilding the fuck out. Bro, he just start wilding out. So then, when I can I go? Can I go? Because Kaida's about to go.
What is Kaida doing?
Kaida, can you give me just like a GM favor? Can I levitate while I'm doing what I'm doing? Because he's pissed. So he's all magic
you're
up.
at -2 because of the initiative bonus, and you're at additional -2 if you're holding the levitate.
Man, you ain't gonna just let me get that one since I'm having a rough day anyway. You're not gonna just hook me up on the low.
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
I'm about to blast him with a lightning bolt, but I'm about to do a smackdown. So I want to like levitate and just.
So it doesn't matter what your negative is if you're doing a smackdown because you're going to get 4 net hits.
Never mind. You just ruined my fun. Anyway, I'm not gonna levitate. I'm just gonna turn. So he's running at us, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna turn and I'm going to lightning ball him. I'm not gonna use my smackdown because I feel like I'm gonna fuck him up anyway. So can I do it, or do we need to do things, or can I just roll it?
You can do it depending on what happens here. We'll see what happens.
What do you mean? Don't do that. Don't do that.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but
I'm new to the game. Listen, the last time you let me see what happened, I got knocked out.
So you're about to like. Here comes the guy. So here comes the guy. The fight is over.
Right.
The fight is over. You're like having negotiations with this pregnant woman. This guy comes running up with his axe, like get away from her. Get away from her, right? So last time he saw, there was murder happening, and then he ran away from your spirit. So now he's back, and everyone's like all up on this woman, right? And he's coming in. So then you turn around, and you're going to death magic him. So
I was going to kill him. I didn't kill the last guy.
I mean, like, you could shoot somebody and be like, I'm not going to kill him unless you happen to hit them in the head and they die. So it depends on your force. What are you doing? Because here's the thing. If you don't kill him and you don't stop him, you have reinforced in his mind that you're still bad and still here to kill them, right? Because, like, that's what he thinks. He thinks you're intruders in his house, and he's defending his home. And then he runs away because he's scared because of your spirit. And now he comes back and he sees everybody up in this place with this woman. And he's like, get away from her. He's obviously trying to protect her, right? And you're going to turn around and do magic on her.
Fine. I'm not going to.
So
No, you talked me out of it. You talked me out of it. I'm not going to do
like,
that.
You know?
I'm not gonna do that. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fling him. Can I do that? Is that okay with everybody if I fling him?
Your discussion right now is with Danny, not with us. You're talking to Danny right now.
Listen,
and we don't get a chance to react before.
What do you think your character would do?
What do I think Kaida would do? Kaida would absolutely smack this motherfucker in his face. He would put him down in a heartbeat.
Do you have a way to do that that's not deadly?
Death? I don't really clout, but we saw what that did. But motherfuckers in here be Matrix dodging clout.
If you smack down him, though, and have it at a high enough force,
then I swear like you were trying to force me to use my smackdowns, and that makes me not trust.
You said you wanted to use it. I'm not telling you.
Now I feel like you're goading me into it. I'm going to do it.
So I'm going to count down from 5. You're going to tell me what you're doing, or else you're not doing anything.
I'm ball lightning him.
Or okay.
And it's going to be at a 4-6.
Okay. But you did not. But you didn't smack down, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So roll your drain. All right. So you're going to take 1 from the drain. Okay. Let me look at this real quick. 2. All right, same thing. Well, oops. All right. Okay, so you shoot the ball lightning, force, sky, force 6. And where's his soak? Ball lightning, force 6. Here we go. Okay. He kind of staggers a little bit, and then he looks directly at you. So now, anyone who wants to be involved should roll initiative. Kaida, you will roll initiative.
Oh, my initiative sucks. Thank you, teammate.
You don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
I don't know what you're gonna do yet, but at least you're getting involved.
Where'd my initiative tracker go? Come back here, initiative tracker. Where'd you go?
Got my
There you are.
team.
Is there any
All
modifiers
right.
to initiative or anything like that to this?
No, it's just a normal initiative. Kaida roll. You have to select your token when you're rolling, Kaida.
Oh, sorry.
So you saw 14. I see it. I got it.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have mine? 13.
Looks like you got 13. So I do. All right. Good times.
Ay, Dios mío. I should have used more force. Damn it. This not try to kill people thing is killing me. I can't do it.
It's
Can't do
hard.
it.
It's really
It's
hard.
hard.
I get it.
Like, we're pulling all our punches.
I know.
Says the guy who just basically fireball, but with lightning, 2 people in a row. That's not
That
pulling
shot
a punch, though.
us. That shot us immediately. Why do y'all feel like we supposed to give flowers to the motherfuckers that's trying to kill us?
All
I
right.
don't get that.
So
I'm sorry.
he runs up
Okay.
with his axe held high.
My spirit's still in play too, right?
It is.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have a current.
Because
Does
I
not
told
have
them
a
to stop
current,
protecting us.
Yes. Mm. All right. So go ahead and give us a defense roll. That's the shield. What did I? As he uses a point of edge, he's using edge. Not that he needed to.
Can I force the
Um,
GM to reroll?
You can,
But not right now.
but wait.
Okay.
-5, right? So let's see what happens here. Oops. What? Stop. So that's 13. Oh, 5. The accuracy's 5. So okay, that's right. So I'm gonna re-roll as per your using me re-roll the thing to see if he gets less than 5. He does not. So it's 5. Go ahead and give me armor -4. So click on your sleeping tiger and then hit -4.
Sleeping tiger.
That's your suit. What protects you?
I don't see a sleeping tiger.
So on your core, where your defense is,
Yes.
to the left, just a little bit, it says 13.
Okay.
And then to the left of that, it says rating. And to the left of that, it says sleeping tiger. Sleeping tiger.
I don't see any of that.
Maybe it just says armor jacket. Try that.
Yes,
See armor
it says
jacket?
armor jacket. Yes.
That's why, because you don't have sleeping tiger.
Armor jacket. You said -4.
And then -4. Yep. So this is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
This fellow
It's
comes running up
rigged.
with his axe
It's rigged.
and brings it over his head and chops it down. Boom! Right there, Kaida. Right there. Everyone's eyes widen because this is definitely the kind of thing that kills people. Two, 3, 5, 12. Yeah. Gertrude, what would you like to do?
Is Kaida still standing?
Yes, but because he's being held up by the battle axe that is in his, like, 7 inches down his clavicle.
Okay. So Gertrude's going to reach out and grab at Neil's wrist where he's holding the axe. What I'm trying to do is if I can apply pressure to make him release the handle of the axe. And while doing so, tell him, obviously there's been a misunderstanding and everyone needs to stand down right now.
Make a strength and body roll.
I will do the thing.
Okay. So, you kind of press your thumb into the middle of his wrist as you're doing so, and that does force him to let go of the axe. As he lets go of the axe, he's no longer holding Kaida up, and Kaida falls to the ground. Boom, boom. The woman yells out, "Neil, it's okay!" And then, and she doesn't say Neil. She actually says what his name is, because his name is not really Neil. Come back. Where are you at? Here it is. Jeff, it's okay, he says. His name's Jeff. And with that, he runs around everybody else and, they give each other a hug. I thought they were going to kill you, kind of thing. Satchel, what are you doing?
You have 372 butterfly bandages, like 37 trauma patches, and 27 rolls of gauze in there. How many do you need?
Okay, so he's basically looking like, what do we do? What do we do? Flea leans against the wall. Let me check and make sure that even faced, her expression is fairly unreadable. She doesn't, Etienne, what's your response?
Etienne went for the gun as everything was happening, and then he's just staying frozen there. He doesn't know what to do in the situation. He's not a medic. He's not like nothing to shoot, nothing to fix. So he's blank frozen right now.
Gertrude,
I am going to attempt first aid on Kaida for this battle axe wound that he has just received.
Okay. All right. So with your training, you realize that there is a 99.9% chance he's just dead. But he's not dead yet. And pulling the axe out will kill him. So figure that the only real thing to do at this point is to get him to Dr. Tate, maybe, where they can do a emergency surgery or something. And so you kind of get him bandaged up as best you can to just kind of keep everything together so he doesn't just die. Flea says, how do we get out without climbing out of the thing? Because obviously they have a way in and out. And she lets you know that the front, you can go out the door if you unlock it from the inside. That's because that's how it works. So Gertrude grabs up Kaida and starts barreling towards that door. Who's going with?
Me.
I guess. Etienne is gonna look over at Flea. Yeah, I guess we should just go, and we can come back from the basement once he's in the clinic.
So Flea kind of nods, and she says that she'll wrap things up here.
Oh well, do you want me here so we can do the download, if download there is?
That would be good, I think.
Okay.
I don't think that more of us at the clinic with Kaida is going to help. I do hope he makes it.
Yeah, so do I. Damn. Sure.
Real quick, let me go ahead and all this. Whether she does or not, it seems sincere that she really does hope he makes it.
Okay.
All right. So we'll get back to Kaida and Satchel and Gertrude in a moment as you get him into the Valkyrie module. Satchel calls back real quick. Are you guys coming? Etienne, you get that message. Are you coming?
I'll stick around, see if we can get something out of this chaos. If not, I'll reconvene with you when we're done.
All right. So the three of you off camera for now. Thomas, inside, the woman tells you, so she's like, yeah, there's the downstairs, but we've got it blocked off. It's over that way and down.
Why is it blocked off?
It's a way for people to kind of get in, I guess. So we don't, and there's other things down there.
Other things like what?
Just whatever, it's the zone. It's not really a safe place to live. People just kind of, burst in through your skylight whenever they want, start cutting you down. So we try to protect ourselves.
Let's not get back there, but okay, yeah, I see your point. Looks at Flea. Well, we can go and have a look. If it's proved too much, we run.
I mean, okay. Well, good luck. So, two of you head that direction. When you realize that this guy over here was definitely in the range of that last ball lightning.
Oh, tabarnak. He goes over and he sees check up on the guy.
He looks to be there's like blood coming out of his ears a little bit, like trickling down. Definitely burn marks.
Oh my god, it can't.
He's gonna take out his tiny little med kit, and he's gonna open it up and go like, okay, this goes there, press the button, and then I go do that, and he's gonna let the machine do the job for him to at least see if he can stabilize them or if it's too late.
Okay, so actually Flea comes up and she's like, hold up, and she tries to kind of move you away so that she can man the machine. Do you allow her to do so?
Yeah, I don't know much about like that kind of stuff. I just let the little thing do its trick. But if you want to do it, yeah.
What's the rating of that med kit?
Rating 3.
Okay.
Let me just switch it back to English for you.
Yeah. She manages to his breathing sort of calms after a moment, and she's like, he'll live. Maybe when Gertrude gets back, she can take him to the clinic as well.
Yeah,
let's
okay.
see if we can't finish this up. And so you head over here, and yeah, it's basically, you see the staircase that goes down, but it's there's a lot of furniture and stuff kind of blocking it off. It's movable. No one is inclined to help you right now, but it's definitely movable, and you're able without too much trouble to kind of pull aside like a wall locker or something, revealing a passage into the sewer, or the basement. Go ahead and give me a perception test. You hear the squeaking of several creatures. Just you can hear like a lot of squeaking sounds. It seems that your moving of this locker has disturbed something down there.
Well, looks like there's the what do you call them? Devil rats? Yeah, probably something like that down there. There's squeaking and stuff. Yeah, let's try and avoid them as much as we can.
You mean those big things that
Sounds
nearly
like-
tackled Flea the first time?
Yes, it sounds like there's not really avoiding them if we go down there. Do you have? I guess if we threw an explosive, it would probably break anything we're trying to get. Do you have stun?
Yeah, I got a flashbang here. Yeah.
Why don't you just toss one of those in?
I mean, I wouldn't think that you would be the one suggesting explosive, but I guess it's flashbang, so it's not too bad. And he pulls the pin off and throws it in there.
All right. 10. Okay, so yeah, it goes off. You hear it. There's a few loud shrieking squeaks, and then after a moment, you hear that there's still some sounds, but it's a lot less than it was before. And the two of you enter into the basement, where there is the foul stench of decay and a little bit of sewage emanating from the bottom of what look to be cluttered stairs. The amount of garbage and debris clogging the stairwell, obviously, like, this is also kind of like a little bit of a trash chute for these guys. It does open into a narrow corridor. There's about a foot of water on the floor, just kind of stagnant. And then there's several rooms off to the side. Long story short, because the devil rats are mostly taken care of, you do take about half an hour down there searching, ultimately finding several of these. You find the machine that you're looking for, half submerged in the water. You would bet that it's out of commission. However, if you just take it with you, that kind of guarantees.
Yep.
And there's there's several sort of pre-crash data drives that contain several sim files, and you would say that these need, a professional to kind of get into them and clean them out, but maybe you can do that
That's
later.
yeah.
And so you go ahead and take these, you grab them and head back upstairs, where Neil and this woman, Kira, actually she had said her name was, are still waiting. So you got what you need?
Yeah, we got what we wanted. Sorry.
So you guys can leave and just leave us alone?
Yep.
About that, Flea says. We're here checking to see if this place would be suitable for a clinic. I suppose we'll let them know that it's occupied.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Unless you guys want to be part of a clinic. I mean, he looks around.
What do you mean? What do you mean part of the clinic?
I don't know the guy asking that much, but I'm sure there's a way to make it so you can cohabitate with it's decent amount of space here. Could be a way to I don't know, work living quarters and better living than living in fake trees and stuff like that for you. Like to come back to it, but you're pregnant and all, but spending a little bit of time near a doctor could be better than, once again, plastic trees and fake grass.
You can have a doctor. Huh. She thinks about that, and then Flea steps in. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think that certainly they'll have a use for you. I mean, just look at this guy. She points at Neil. He's huge. He could be like security or something.
Yeah.
So, real quick, what is your negotiation skill there, Etienne?
Oh, I do have ranks in it because I used to have a real job, not like you criminals and stuff.
+1 to your negotiation roll, yes.
Thank you. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay. We'll think about it, they say. And with that, the two of you kind of leave to wait for maybe Gertrude to come back or figure out your own way home. Which takes us to the vault.
And before you move on, just to be sure, those little data biscuit that I found, those were the threads that we were looking for, the Simpsons and the...
You think so? You think
Yeah.
so? There's nothing else down there that would be it. So, but you can't confirm because they're not. You can't access them. But if you once you get them cleaned up, like there's gonna. It's kind of like taking your corrupted hard drive to
Yeah.
Geek Squad or something for them to like get your data out. Something similar to that effect. All right, switching maps back to the vault because that's where these folks went.
Al-Qaeda.
As Gertrude careens into the clinic, not even in the parking lot, just pulls up on the side of the street, gets them the prep. As the nurses come out and they start wheeling him in, you see Dr. Tate come up. Oh, God, what happened?
He took an axe while we were trying to source the location for your new clinic. So I would like to present him to your current clinic for repair, please.
Oh, I see. Axe to the clavicle, and we'll have to assess. Yes. He runs back with the nurses, and they head back into the back where they're going to immediately do surgery on Kaida. Gertrude and Satchel are now standing in the waiting room, a little bloody.
The waiting room of the hospital.
How many bandages do I need?
Let's take a look while we're waiting and see how bad off you're looking here.
I mean, you don't have an axe hanging out of your clavicle, so looking at him, he would heal without medical assistance, given time. But medical assistance would definitely be beneficial. But yeah, you figure just bandages and just kind of patching him up is probably just fine. Yeah.
All right, you'll be okay. We'll take care of you.
Do you have any good stories?
What kind of story are you looking for?
Any?
There was one time when I did a street race. Do you want to hear about that? When I drove really fast and almost flipped over the car that I stole?
Oh, I love hearing about those stories. I just don't love being a part of those stories.
The important part is I won, and the other guy did not. And
Did
I
you win
showed
by
him
an
that girl
inch?
trolls can drive really great.
Awesome. All right. That's cool. Thank you for telling me that story, Gertrude.
My pleasure.
As we're nearing the end of our session today, we take our camera into the triage surgery room in the back, where Dr. Martin Tate and his assistants and nurses are trying to save Kaida's life. Unfortunately, Kaida did take enough damage to immediately surpass his overflow limit, which there's no healing. That said, Kaida can burn a point of edge to miraculously survive with a beautiful scar to remind him of his adventure. I don't know what you're saying because you're muted.
Push to talk.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's use that point of edge.
All right. So with that, you burn a point of edge, making Beth in our chat really happy.
Yeah. Thanks, Beth.
And we'll spend the next month recovering in Dr. Martin Tate's clinic from a near-death experience that might have you contemplating life a little bit. And with that, platinum to Kaida, so that's going to be a smackdown for later. And
I love you guys.
And with that, we are going to go ahead and close out our session for tonight at the end of what pretty much amounts to the end of 0502, not Chasing the Wind, Critics' Choice. So join us next week. Next week, yeah, everybody. It's Thanksgiving week. Everybody, we're good. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So join us next week as we see what happens between this adventure, this module, and starting the next time they get a call from the Johnson. And thanks for joining us. Really appreciate you guys.
Much love.